Monday update here from Tony George and DocSports.com. I'm going to give you a weekend recap and some of my reads of what went down over the weekend and a free Monday Night Football totals play. Obviously, coming to you on Monday, a somber Monday, a dark day in American history, the worst mass shooting in the history of this country in Las Vegas. I think I speak for the entire Doc Sports family when I tell you that we send our thoughts and our prayers and Godspeed to those trying to heal. Over 400 people in emergency rooms out there, over 50 dead. The work of the heinous evil act by some nut job psycho that killed himself when he got done using the Jason Aldean concert from an elevated position with a fully automatic weapon as a huge open-air Nintendo game. And there's a lot of people today, you talk about, you're pissed off, this didn't cover, that didn't cover, who gives a shit? Doesn't make a difference. That's small potatoes. There are moms and dads and brothers and sisters and parents that lost kids. Terrible, terrible tragedy. I'm safe to report that I'm happy and I'm more thankful than anything. It's kind of hard to be happy today, but I'm thankful. I've been going out to Vegas 25 years, 10, 15 weekends a year minimum. I'm moving out there in about 3 months full time. With some exciting things on deck, and we'll talk about those later at a more appropriate time about what we're blowing up here at Doc Sports with mass media. But that being said, my friends and colleagues are all safe and sound. And I'm thankful for that. I'm blessed this morning. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Those of you who follow me on SB Nation Radio know Matt Holt, who runs 7 Books in Las Vegas. Chief Operating Officer, is my Westgate contest partner. He's a great friend of mine, personal good friend, him and his wife. His brother-in-law was at the concert last night and escaped without injury. And it was a mess this morning, but according to my good friend who told me that, but it hits close to home. So thoughts and prayers go out to those affected, and Godspeed to those who are trying to heal from their wounds. Let's get to a quick weekend recap here. Moving forward. Told y'all last week, just like I told you the week before, it's going to be all underdogs. You had to watch out for it last week. I told you there's going to be a lot of blowouts, and the NFL was going to be very tumultuous. Basically, I got out of the weekend 50-50. Split on top plays. The top play on South Florida, 61-31 winner, laying 23, was not high-fiving my buddies at halftime at the sports bar. I was choking on chicken wings and trying to swallow a drink with 3 minutes left in that game to make sure we got the cover. But we got the cover. A win is a win, but by the way, an observation, South Florida is not all that. Their defense sucks, and Charlie Strong just is not a good football coach. They ran him out of Texas on a rail car. There's a reason why. ECU's terrible offensively. Were they averaging 14 points a game? They made Sirk, the quarterback for ECU, look like a freaking Joe Montana. Scary. You know, they don't have to play anybody. That's South Florida's deal. When they do play somebody, they're going to get their ass kicked. Bear that in mind. Write that down when it comes bowl season. Write that down. A lot of blowouts, as I told you. Tennessee got blown out by Georgia, another one of my premium picks. Butch Jones, Barry Odom at Missouri. First 2 out in the SEC. Okay? Another observation. Talk about blowouts. Alabama. If you're a casual football fan in a square and don't really care about betting because you don't have any balls, you don't, whatever, you can quit watching college football. It's over. There's nobody in the country that's going to be Alabama. Name me a team. Name me one. Big 12 team. Name me one. TCU? No. Oklahoma? No. Who? Oklahoma State? They don't have a defense. They should have, but they don't. They won, again, barely, after getting their ass kicked the week before. But who in the Big 10? Who in the Big 12? Who in the Pac-12? Who's going to beat them? Washington? No. Our free play winner on Saturday, blowout, like I told you. Washington? No. Who's going to beat them? Independent, what? Notre Dame? No. Notre Dame hadn't won a big game since Brian Kelly's been there. Okay? Who's going to beat them? Nobody. Who in the SEC is going to beat them? Georgia? Everybody looks good playing Tennessee. If you got a defense, you can kick the shit out of Tennessee. Auburn? Okay. So you beat up Missouri. Missouri couldn't beat Tallahassee JUCO right now. Then you won a game this weekend. Clemson, again? Clemson's never going to beat them back-to-back years. Nick Saban will make sure of that. Clemson, though, did look good. That was my surprise of the weekend. I took the points of VT. Clemson is as good as advertised. I'm a believer now. Without question, I'm a believer. So, I thought VT could win that game straight up. That weren't even in it. Dabo Swinney's just done a hell of a job coaching. He outcoached Fuentes. He outcoached Bud Foster in that game. Clemson's the real deal. Maybe Clemson gives them, a ball game they can hang within two touchdowns, maybe 17 points. NFL, this is the narrative right here. Right there. One of my season best bets to go over the season win total, and I didn't have them win in the past 2 games they won. Come on. Denver and Atlanta in back-to-back weeks? Believer. A non-believer. Patriots fans, here's to you. Get over it. It's over. You suck. Come on, Carolina. Carolina going to get a lap dance in Vegas with a fistful of hundreds. The last 2 weeks offensively, you made them look like the greatest show on turf. I thought Kurt Warner was quarterbacking. Come on. You have no defense. You don't win big games in the NFL without defense, and you don't win any game in the NFL when you're ranked 32nd on defense. It's over. Okay? Jay Cutler fans? Well, in his defense, he was retired. Horrific. I was on the Saints yesterday. Horrific performance. Yeah. Now, the games in London, last 2 favorites in London won by a total score of 64-7, and I was on both favorites. Hello. So, NFL, tumultuous. We also found out my top play, the San Diego Chargers. Different year, different coach, same result. Can't close the game. Thought they could. That was a great spot to go against Philly there. On the road after a tough game, cross-country, playing in a 17,000-seat stadium or whatever the hell it is, 20,000-seat stadium. And San Diego couldn't put them away. San Diego gave Kansas City 4 turnovers and almost beat them the week before. They should have beat Denver. I mean, you go down the list of games that San Diego was in till the very last minute. San Diego couldn't get it done. San Diego can't close a game. They've established their identity, as we talked about last week. A couple teams that have good identity. Kansas City, Washington, a game I'm going to tonight here in Kansas City. Going to be beautiful weather, possibly a little windy, high 60, 70 degrees at kickoff. I have the side play and the same game teaser play below. Click the link. Let's go ahead and get to it here real quick. You know who has best defense in this game? Washington Redskins. Yeah, Redskins. 4th in total yards allowed, 2nd against the run. What's Andy Reid like to do? Run. What's Gruden want to do? Run to set up the pass. A lot of clock eating. The total's 49.5. You have some high-powered offenses. You got a couple good quarterbacks going out of here, but you also got a couple good defenses going at it. Kansas City's without their starting kicker. They got a guy off. I believe it was the Titans or Panthers practice squad to kick tonight. Sanos is out. I just think it's going to be kind of a little bit of a chess match between these 2 coaches here. I got a strong opinion on the side play, but I'm going to go small lean. Small lean. And remember, no free play is more than, half of your normal wager ever. Even though we're on a 34-14 run here, half your normal wager, under 49.5 tonight. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game than some expect. We're going to have small lean on the under in the Kansas City-Washington game. Have a great Monday. Say a prayer for all those people in Vegas. Let's go get them tonight. Come over and visit me, Doc Sports.